You know, when my father passed away, it was a complete surprise to all of us. His parents, my grandparents, lived to close to 100 years of age, each of them. And we figured that, because of my father's diet and his yoga and just how active he was, that he would be here forever. So when he passed away, we were all shocked because he was 66 years of age when he passed away. I remember my mother coming to us and telling us that his wish was to be buried here in La Paz, and that she was fine with that, with the condition that we never leave him. And what she was saying is that if we're going to bury him here, then we got to make sure that we stay here. And so of course we agreed, and we made the arrangements to bury him here. Well, as it turns out, his specific wish was to be buried in a rose garden where his German shepherds had been buried. He loved those animals. And so I remember after the public ceremonies and the private burial, we sat down and we began to take a look at what we had on our hands. And the fact is that he was buried in probably the worst place here at the National Chavez Center. It was in a skinny rose garden where traffic would come in and it would leave through there, and it just wasn't much privacy. And I remember talking to my mom and saying, do you think that maybe we could bury him on a hilltop and do some kind of inspirational setting? And she laughed and she said, no, that was his wish, to be buried there. And then she went on and she says, and I also think that your dad wanted to be buried there because he wanted to see who was coming to work late and leaving early. So those were some of the early considerations on how we ended up with where we're at today.